Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. It is Trending Topics Tuesday, and I'm glad to see y'all in the building, okay? Y'all know the theme. Don't cheat the diva. Hit that like. Come on, Ryan. You always come right on time. I'm trying to tell you, hit the like button. Don't cheat the diva. Okay, y'all got me here doing these trending topics. At the very least, y'all can hit the like button. Listen, people, we got to have a conversation tonight. It's trending topics, and we're going to have a conversation. I titled this, I'm Every Woman. Yeah, because we got a conversation about the ladies, okay? Soulja Boy's ex. He owed her money. She said, show me the money. He said, I ain't got it. He said, I ain't got it. So guess what she did? She went to the court, and she told the court, seize his cars. He got cars, jewelry, this, that, and the other. Go over to his house, get the stuff, sell the stuff, and give me my money. Yes, she did. That's what she told the courts. And guess what the courts told her? Okay, we got you. That's what we're going to do. Okay? And she snitched to the point where people could have came there and robbed him. Talking about he has in his house bags and bags and bags of money. She was messy. But you know what? Pay the lady her money. We're going to talk about it. Now, let me tell you this. You know, I'm okay because 99.9 of y'all don't connect with me. And I carry on, I move on. But let's talk about it. Somebody must have outside in the world connected with me, because NeNe Leakes out of her own mouth said the people was in her DMs telling her, get back to her YouTube channel. Do your own thing, sis. So guess what? NeNe Leakes did a video telling people, I'm back. That's what the diva was saying all along. Stop your whining and crying and go do your own thing. Pick up your bed, girl, rise up and do what you got to do. Can't nobody block you or stop you. You're going to block and stop yourself. So we're going to talk about NeNe Leakes. We're going to talk about Tamar. That man sat on the whole show talking about, well, you marry me. Then he going to turn around and put a statement out on his Instagram talking about toxic, this, that, and the other. We no longer together. What happened to the joint statements? Hot mess. We're going to talk about it. I'm Every Woman. Then we're going to talk about Bethenny Frankel. We're going to talk about Bethenny. Why? Because Bethenny sat there, played in everybody's face. I saw right through it, though. Played in everybody's face. A Bravo is wrong. They over there, they doing the females dirty. They doing the kids dirty. They're wrong. Sent the letter over there, telling them clean up their act. Don't destroy nothing. Now what she's saying? She's saying, I'm not suing. I never said I was going to sue. Huh? I never said that. Yeah, I participated in the nonsense. Yeah, I'm rich because of them. But you said before that you're not biting the hand that fed you, because you fed yourself. Who talked to you, Bethenny? Who got to you? I'm Every Woman. Now, y'all know what we got to do over here so I can board this train. And I guess I'll tell y'all up front, buckle your seatbelts. Let's get ready, because we got a conversation. We got stuff to talk about. Child, Nikki, don't do that. Don't do that. Buckle your seatbelts, everybody. Come on, Roy. Yeah, you know what I need. I need a what? I need a choo choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Tuesday night, 10 trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. Yeah, it's dedicated to the ladies. I'm every woman, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and board this train. Bring the people in the building, okay? And the platform is jam packed, okay? These are the early birds, the people that bought their tickets early. Hey, Maria.
I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally.
Oh, come on now, boy.
Alexa, play No Scrubs by TLC.
Hey Diva, hey Warrior, hi everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Let's buckle up. Let's get into it.
Tonight is catch the train. Don't catch feelings. Don't take
Okay.
it personal. People gonna feel how they feel, and we gonna move on.
That's it. We family.
We family. We gonna
Let's
move
buckle
Like
up.
a giant tree.
Yes, let's buckle up.
And let's get into it.
I'm sorry,
let's get into
Colored
it.
Girls on your own.
So listen, guys. I can't play it. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me tell you something. We'll start off with Miss NeNe Leakes herself. So NeNe must have heard the people. Okay. Because we said, NeNe, at least I was saying that. Okay. NeNe, get back on your game. Show the people that you are Miss NeNe Leakes. You're Lenithia Leakes, okay? Show the people who you are. Nobody can block you. Don't nobody block you on YouTube. Turn that channel back on and get down to the get down. Now listen, just like that, let's go to Miss Leakes' page. Where is she at? Where I got her at? I don't even know. Here we go. Look at Miss Leakes. Okay. She got everybody mute, please. She has 157,000 subscribers. Already got her plaque. Holla at your girl. She dropped a 1-minute video 19 hours ago, 30K views. That's NeNe Leakes. All these years, she was whining, crying, talking about Bravo don't whoop me. I can't do nothing. She could have had 1 million+ subs on this here YouTube and raking in the cash and pushing her own narrative. She said out of her own mouth, I'm going to play 2.2 seconds of it. She said out of her own mouth, the people came and was DMing me. So I'm back. Here I am. Let's see if I could play it. I play a little second of it.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for coming back over to my channel. I've gotten so many messages and videos and DMs and emails this past week. So many people are saying, NeNe, come back over to your YouTube channel. We love you. We support you. And we want to see you win.
Oh, okay. We want to see you win. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop right there. I said that. Y'all dragged me across the coals. That's that I couldn't stand NeNe. I didn't want to see her win. From the moment this thing happened with NeNe, I said that she should do her own thing. What happened to her YouTube? But you know what? She heard it now. Listen, she said the people sent her emails, DMs, this, that, and the other. Those people kept it 100 with her. And she lost 1 million views going over there telling her story to Carlos King and then to Bethenny Frankel. So you know what? Holla at your girl NeNe. Hashtag NeNe. If you're not a subscriber, go over there and subscribe. Because I want to see this girl win. And I'm going to tell anybody, and I will tell you this, especially you, my friend, I keep it 100 with you. Stop the whine and get on your grind. Go out there and do the work. Because the Bible said if the man don't eat, he shouldn't work. I mean, if he don't work, he shouldn't eat. Roy, what's your thoughts? NeNe's doing her thing now.
I feel that we're gonna see how this goes because we're content creators, Diva, It ain't easy to get in front of a camera, you know. So I hope that she has some people that's gonna back her up. I think some of the issue, in my opinion, of why we haven't seen NeNe on YouTube is because you got to have some kind of substance to be on this YouTube. You got to you got to have some kind of plan. You got to have some kind of idea. You just can't get up on this YouTube and turn your camera on and just think magic happens, because it don't work like that. We've seen NeNe on YouTube before, so we'll see how long this lasts. As you said, you were chanting for NeNe. So for those of you who were coming for Diva, an apology is deserved. Side note as well, for those of you who were coming for Blue Ivy, check out my short from earlier today, her first performance to her last performance. Tasha K, you owe Queen B, Princess Blue, and The Hive an apology. Back to NeNe. NeNe, we're gonna see how this works. I'm curious what kind of content she's gonna bring to us. I'm definitely curious. And then the other thing is with the YouTube, you know, sometimes NeNe mouth can be very reckless. So I hope she's ready to back up, you know, whatever she's gonna say and do on this YouTube. So I'm interested to see what comes of it. I mean, obviously the people were missing her. You said the video had 30,000 views already. Okay. So the people were missing her. And this is a great way to introduce herself back into the world. You know, I would love to see she said she was in her soft era. So I would love to see NeNe in her soft era and what that looks like. So, you know, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. She seems like she's going to do her lifestyle, her life. I'm here for it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, she got the power. She got the power. When you do a 1-minute video in your bathroom, makeup free, no producers, and you got 30K views, she can rip the YouTube down.
But she's got to come with some substance. You got to come with something.
Yeah.
This was nice for your first video, you know, your cameo. But this second go round, when you come back, NeNe, you got to come back with some power and authority, honey. You got to come back to something that's gonna make us be like, "Oh, she did that. I got to come back and go again." Because as you said, you gave all your good tea away to Carlos and got him to 1 million followers or subscribers, 100,000, whatever it was. So I'm just, you know, we'll see.
We rooting for her. We rooting for her. E, your thoughts?
So for me, I just have to be honest. It's stale day-old bread. 3 years have gone by, almost 4, and you've already let Carlos make 1 million views off of you on a monetized platform. We have to listen. 100 always means 100. Then you let Bethenny get the second exclusive. I told y'all last week, we only need to talk about something new when it comes to NeNe, because you've already lost the momentum on this story that was supposed to be your 1 million view story. You were supposed to come out with this story last year or the year before or the year before that. The only way she can turn this around, like I said, I heard you say, Diva, she's going to do lifestyle. I like to see that. Now, she's going to be marketing towards a particular demographic, but it's still profitable. And I do think she has a fan base that wants to see her. But this introductory video, this is not going to get to 1 million views. You gave your story away for pennies. So I hope that at least Carlos paid for your lace front and your blue dress, since you wanted to hijack the reunion theme. I hope he at least paid for that. Second, if NeNe was really making boss moves like Candy, then the Carlos King video and the Bethenny Frankel interview would have at least been on NeNe's YouTube page. And if I was NeNe, and if Carlos is your friend like you say he is, why won't he let you, what's the word I'm looking for? put that video on your page too, because then we could have seen who the people were really attracted to. Are the people really attracted to Carlos, or are they really attracted to NeNe? Why can't they put that video on both pages? I've seen music artists, like when Chloe and Gunnar did a video, it was on both of their pages because it was like a joint venture. Why couldn't that take place? Because you cannot toss around this arrogant and entitled attitude that you're so rich, you're cashing Trump checks, and none of these girls are on your level, yet you're leaving all this money on the table. I mean, we have to remember where NeNe comes from. The strippers I know in Atlanta, they don't leave money on the table. It's cash only, and it's money first. You pay first. Do you get what I'm saying? And so I really feel like she's hustling backwards, and I'm tired of hearing about this soft life era. If this is going to be what she's bringing to the table, put that back in the drawer, because you cannot be soft if you're on your hustle and you're attempting to rebuild the legacy that was already tarnished. It's nothing soft about this. Queens are not soft, okay? This is a matriarch, and this is about strength. This is about power, and this is about reclaiming something that is rightfully yours. So miss me with the little ditty pops for TikTok. Listen, if you're going to be a grown woman, stand in it, in all that it is, and it's about power. Nothing soft about it, my dear.
All right now, period. That was
damn. Pass the collection,
honey. Yes.
Robin.
Yes, indeedy. I'd like to start by saying that I really do wish NeNe well. I'm glad to know that she does seem to have been listening in the bushes, on the sidelines, wherever. Somehow all the wax seemed to have gotten cleaned out of her ears. Mm-hmm. My biggest concern is that she uses this as an opportunity to define herself as she wants to be going forward. We do know that she does have a following. I hope that she uses her following in the space that she has created for good. Mm-hmm. My biggest wish is that she presents intelligent and entertaining content that has yet to be seen. My personal wish for her is that the NeNe Leakes that we see is not the caricature of the character that she built up when she was on The Housewives. Her name. See what I'm saying? So I really would like to see her as an evolved person, personality, and woman.
Yeah. I'm hoping she's been through enough that we get to see that side of her. And because she seems like she's getting towards like day in the life of NeNe, so to speak, I'm thinking she can win. She can win with this thing. Shan, your thoughts?
Why you always lying? Nobody was DMing NeNe, okay? Allegedly. I don't think anybody DM'd her. I think she's smart. This is genius because YouTube allows you, it's literally YouTube. You could do what you want and profit from it, right? So I feel like she should have done this a while ago. I feel like she and Carlos King had a talk maybe, and he was like, I'm making da-da-da-da from just, being on YouTube. And she was like, oh, really? YouTube that I thought was beneath me? Oh my God. And then that's what happened. Allegedly, in my opinion. I think it's a great idea. And I'll definitely watch. If I was her, I would do the day in the life because what else is she going to talk about? I don't think you need substance for YouTube because
you don't.
We see what's happening on the YouTube streets. Like,
no,
you see the personality and, good thumbnails and hard work and all the regular stuff that we do in our daily life. So good for her.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anybody was really DMing her. Because I feel like she has fans, but I don't think anybody really was like,
No, they do. Do you see how invested these people are when you say something about any one of these giving people that they love? No, they are invested. I do believe that people were DMing her because I think if Carlos King got through to her, why go to Bethenny? Why not sit up on your own channel at that point and say what you need to say?
And she need to go down to Zeus and get that Zeus check too while she had it. Go get that check.
Right. So I think finally, I think finally it, she realized like I'm running around here and people, because I saw somebody sent me a whole bunch of tweets and stuff that people were saying, "What? Just do your own thing."
Right. And
Yes. So
I remember you saying that, and I agree. And I feel like it's gonna be lucrative for her. She's already famous, so I
right.
don't feel like it's gonna be hard for her to, like, have a following. I feel like she should do, like, get ready with me's,
Right.
show her makeup, because she's been looking snatched lately, and the people
Mhm.
want to know. You know who just started a YouTube channel recently with her man, Jennifer Williams and Basketball Wives?
Oh, okay.
I watch her YouTube channel. They do like little vlogs and days in the life and stuff. But listen, I feel like people think like you can't be on YouTube because you're a celebrity. It's a good opportunity. So go ahead, NeNe. I'm happy for her. I'm gonna watch because I'm nosy. So yeah, good job.
Yeah. Denzel, your thoughts?
Yeah, even though I don't like how NeNe Leakes act sometimes, but you know what? A lot of she got a lot of fans, and a lot of people do love her, and so she got a YouTube channel, and she's back on her YouTube channel, so she should do, like, I don't know, she should become a blogger. I don't know, but yeah, she should become like a YouTuber, maybe like full time, because like I said, a lot of people do like her, and I do want to see her win, and whenever she do a YouTube video, it's going to get a lot of views because she is famous and a lot of people do like her, and so I hope you know I hope it works out for her, and
It
and
will.
yeah, so yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry about my words get twisted. I hate that.
No,
I
you're
hate,
fine.
but no, I hope it works out for her, and she gonna do pretty good. She gonna do good, and that's it, and that's all, Diva. I wish her well.
I wish her well too. Listen, this is about multiple streams of income, and whether you're a celebrity or not, you should always try to have multiple streams of income. And I think she got this. Felicia, your thoughts?
Hey, good evening, everybody. I think this is wonderful that she's coming back, that she is reintroducing herself. I think she has a lot to offer. I was looking over some of the stats of YouTube watchers, and she falls right into the demographic. She doesn't have to necessarily find an audience. The audience is already there. She's already established in the media. She's done film, she's done Broadway, she's done reality TV, she's done talk shows, so she doesn't have to introduce herself. I think if she gets a couple of those people that she's networked with to create scripts and some kind of style, she's going to blow up. She's going to do great. And I really do wish her well. She has so much, in her real life to bring to folks who believe her, who trust her, who relate to her. And I don't see her not being successful.
I feel the same way. And she's been through real life stuff. If this is a route she's going, I'm not saying she has to, but she's been through real life stuff that so many people can relate to.
Story times.
Yeah, with the husband. And she's been through a lot. And yeah, I do agree with you. Now I don't know if she's gonna do this, but I agree with you 100%. Her next video should be her hashing it out with Bryce and baby mama, guarantee 1 million views. Like overnight. And listen, Stephanie, we got to throw out the tips here, okay? Because the atmosphere hears us. They listen, and next thing you know, the people get the message. But that right there, I would agree with you 100%.
Which one?
A sit down with.
Talk about the one that came here that she doesn't really
talk. Sit down with Andy
that you don't get along with.
Yeah. Leo, your thoughts?
I'm gonna say this on the theme of I'm Every Woman. Y'all, I love Whitney Houston video with TLC of I'm Every Woman. I love that video. Okay, it's one of my faves. So I feel like I hope this is what I would be interested in seeing. I don't know about anybody else, but I would also be interested in seeing her hash out her real life, right? Her real life, maybe starting out with the interview with Bryson's baby mama and move us through what it was like when she reintroduced herself to us in a real kind of way. You know, talk about her struggles when she went up with losing Greg. Talk to us about what the family went through with dealing with a child that had addiction. Open up and have real conversations starting out.
Yes.
Starting out. That's what because this other stuff about lifestyle and all this other stuff and makeup, and I'm not interested in that. There are 200,000 of YouTubers that's doing that on YouTube. Reintroduce yourself to us with what has been happening in your real life. Now that you no longer have reality TV, introduce us to your reality.
Right.
Some real stuff.
That's what I meant about substance. That's what I was saying about substance.
You know what? I don't even necessarily think everything has to be substance. But give us a week or two, a month or two.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She got to come with something to grab the people. You just
and let us
get to bring on her mom and sister.
That's it. Her mom, her sisters. You know, let us reintroduce yourself to us, but as a real person that regular folk can connect to. Not the Trump check stuff. Not to say that she can't be that person. People are multifaceted. But give us information about the real Anithia. What you went through, the decision you made to shut down the lounge. What's your money funny? Did you sell your house? You know, be real with the folks.
Right. I agree with you. And you know, but here's the thing. All the things that you claim they cut out and didn't let the world get to see a real piece of you, now you can control the narrative and you let us know what you want us to know. So Southern Belle, it's amazing how passionate regular people are so invested in the rich celebrities and push them to make them richer while you're struggling. Here's the thing. I think that we all, no matter who we are, what we do, what our sector is, we all can make money. And just because you don't have millions don't mean you're struggling either. So give me a minute, Shan. And also listen, you can straight up be in a studio apartment and not struggling.
Hello.
You could be catching the bus, the train, or walking with your 2 feet and not struggling. So my thing is, and I think it is perfectly okay to say that we don't want to see a personality that we may have gotten connected to via the TV, to say we don't want to see them struggling either. And a lot of times I think that you see a personality and because Fantasia said this, people see her and think she rich. She said, I ain't rich like that. I cook my own food. I do my own this. I don't have money the way people think I have money. So I think all of us are just saying that we don't care who you are. We want to see the person win. And I am glad that she has finally turned the corner and went down the right road to taking back her life and doing something where she has control and she has the opportunity to win. I don't really care. My thing is, you know, sometimes, and I'm not saying this to you personally, Southern Belle. I'm saying this in just general, right? Right, yeah. Yeah, no, but yeah, I hear you, right? And I'm talking general too right now, right? In general, I say that everybody in this world, you know, I listen to a lot of motivational stuff, and the one guy said, you know what, everybody gets the same 365 days. He broke it down to the minute, to the hour, whatever. He said we all get the same time. He said the problem is, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? So if you want success in a certain area, it's up to you to go out there and get that success in the area. And you got to want it so bad that no matter who says what to you, you keep it pushing. You keep it pushing. If I could show you, but I deleted them because I really don't give a darn. If I could show you the amount of emails I got when I first started, very rude, very nasty, talking about old lady, what you doing here, this, that, and the other. But listen, y'all didn't direct my plan. But come on, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it 100, Brian. Y'all didn't direct my plan. Listen, I believe in the man upstairs. That's me, though. Right? And I ain't telling nobody come my path. And I also believe in mustard seed faith. So that's why I said the other day, too, that NeNe, you can say whoever blackballed you, but if you got faith and you got that mustard seed faith, nobody stop you. I don't care what they do. Leo, I came to you, right? Aces, what are your thoughts?
I agree. I think that if you have the work ethic and the drive, nobody can stop you. I would love to see her commentary on like behind the scenes Broadway. I think that's something new that we haven't heard from, like her transition from reality star to actress. And I would love to see, because NeNe has a very specific way that she, is a commentator that is just gold, TV gold. You know what I mean? Like she's like bloop, bloop, bloop. Like her memes are everything. So I would love to hear her describe how she, had those doors open. And maybe, who knows, it could open future doors for her in the past, in the future. Because she does say that she does, want to continue acting. I would love to hear that. But I'm glad that she is doing her YouTube channel, because you're right. Multiple streams of income is so important. And given all that, time and money and energy and attention to Carlos and Bethenny, no, build up your own platform. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry. Okay, Southern Belle, let me see. Diva, I think you missed the point. I'm not talking struggling. Of course, you can do anything. I'm really saying how obsessive people are with rich celebrity. It's a real thing. No, that is true. That is true. All right, we connected now. All right. We're gonna kiss and make up. Okay. All right. So where am I? I'm sorry.
Channel G.
Nikki.
Okay. So I would say I have a little bit of difference of opinion. I think it's two ways to look at the Carlos King interview and Bethenny. I look at it, I get what everyone is saying, but I look at it as like some sort of Rubik's scale, like to test out, right? So if I wasn't sure if I'm still popping, if I'm not sure that people are going to come to my channel or whatever else, I think it's smart to go on a channel that is already quote unquote popping. Like, what's his name? Mr. King, the king of reality. I forget his name. I think it's smart because now she has somewhere to start. Now she could see in real numbers, this is what I brought this person. I know everyone's like, well, she should have brought that to herself, but she wasn't there yet. So I'm like, I can't blame her. She wasn't there yet to do it. So I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think she necessarily thought this would be the outcome, but I don't think there's anything wrong with going on someone else's platform and then realizing from going on there that she could do something else. So that's my opinion about that. The other thing too that I disagree, I don't think that she should go on and talk about her real life, in the sense of, I don't think that should be what the show is about. I think she can add that in because it's always going to be interesting for us to hear about whatever she has going on in her real life. But I really think NeNe excels at being shady, right? She has so many, what's the right word, memes and I would say iconic words that she said or phrases on the Housewives that still today people love to say. People put it on their Instagram, on their whatever it is that they're doing. So I feel like this: if you're good at something, be good at that. I'm not saying she can't sprinkle in whatever else she wants to do, or like I think Shan was saying she wants to do a reference hour or tell us about her clothes. I'm not saying any of those things are wrong or bad or anything like that. I just think play within your own wheelhouse. That's just me. And I also think she should start her journey with apologizing to Candy. That's just my opinion. I think she should go over there, apologize to Candy, and be like, listen, she needs to befriend her and say, Candy's successful in that area, right? So she needs to go to someone who she knows has a friend, not a friendship, but at least a relationship with, and say, hey, can you teach me? Give me some guidance or some guidelines or something. How was your first year? How was your third year? So on and so forth. I think that's smart before just jumping out there, because to me, for NeNe to take the advice, quote unquote, of the fans or the viewers or whatever, and just say, okay, well, so many people told me I should do this, then that means I should do it. That's not always the case. You need to have experience. It's just like applying for a job to be a surgeon, but you don't have no experience. You don't have no background. You don't have no knowledge. I think she should go get some knowledge, talk to some experts on what to expect, and then make a plan. Because just because you build it don't mean they're gonna come. Yes, will people come to her channel? Yeah, they absolutely will come to her channel. So just be nosy, as Shan said. But I'm saying, am I missing something?
Shan's a fool. That's what you. I mean, not Shan. He's a fool. That's what you're missing.
Wait.
He is a mess.
He's a fool. I
Oh
cannot.
my lord.
But you know what, Nikki? The train has derailed a little bit because I'm like, huh? What you talking about, Willis? So Nikki, she's that girl. She's that girl. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have to, learn the ways of the road, so to speak, or whatever. Oh, but Nikki, Shirley's connecting with you. You're right. She was probably second guessing herself and quickly realized that folks were still interested in her. She can get help other than Candy, though. She's saying, Nikki, I love you, but I mean, NeNe always promoted herself as being that girl. She said that Roa was nothing without her. So now you talking she could do Roa, but she can't do YouTube, and she speaks to Candy.
I'm not saying that. I'm giving you my opinion. The approach, if it was me, the approach that I would take. I'm always going to try to take the smartest, most logical approach to whatever it is. I know you guys are kind of like, yeah, she could just go do this and it'll just pop. And I'm not saying that I disagree that it will pop. I'm not saying that. I'm saying take necessary assessment of your skills, your outlook, your goals, everything that you want to achieve. That's just how I approach life. I'm not that spontaneous in business, right? Something that's going to make money, I need to do it right. And yes, there's people out there that take a chance, like you guys are saying, and they move forward and they're like a unicorn. It was just magic in a bottle, whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying she shouldn't start tomorrow. She can start whenever she wants to. I'm not disagreeing with anyone's opinion of how she should go about it. I'm saying this is my opinion, how I would do it, what I think would be the most effective. Because let's just be clear, who on this panel or out there in the zeitgeist is going to think it's smart to just start something that they don't have any real knowledge in? I don't think that's the best place to start, but that's just me. I think if you have knowledge and you use your logic, then it would say have some expertise. I mean, if you go on a job interview, aren't they going to ask you all of those things? What are your qualifications?
Okay, I
think she did have knowledge. Carlos told her.
She does, right? I think we fell off the track a little bit. I mean, the question was really about congratulating her on her channel.
Okay.
And I just said, she definitely could do it. I mean, I think nobody in their right mind, but everybody got to start somewhere. I don't think none of us are saying that, just blindly go out there and not do this thing. But what I am saying is, this is NeNe Leakes. She was on Roa for many years. NeNe said out her own mouth she carried the show. Turn on the camera, YouTube, I'm here. I mean, I don't think she has to do deep research.
That's true, but think about it though. How many people have a gift, right? Maybe they can be they're really good writers, or they're an artist, or they dance really well, but it isn't what they want. But someone is telling them, everybody is hyping them up, or you this really super smart person, go be a doctor. How many people have done that just because someone else said you're really good at this, and then they go do it and they're not happy, they don't elevate, they don't enjoy it? I'm not saying she's not that girl. I'm not disagreeing with what anyone is saying about their approach. I'm saying it doesn't make sense. I was in college. I've been doing hair since I was 4 years old. But would I want to go be a beautician? Not really. Why? I can do your hair. I can bake you a cake. But am I passionate about it? I'm not going to do. To me, it's idiotic to just do something because other people
respectfully, I want to move on. I got you. But this is not nothing nobody told her to do. She been had the YouTube channel. But I want to move on to the next story. All right. So let's move on to the next story. And the next story is kind of in connection with the whole NeNe thing. See, this is the thing too. I knew Bethenny was playing in our face. Okay? I never fell for the okie doke, but again, this is my opinion. Never fell for the okie doke that she was going to be the savior to help the people, gather the people, get a whole union for the people, and the rights and the this and the that and the other, right? So now all of a sudden, Bethenny comes up after she got lawyers, sent the letter over there to Bravo, NBC, Universal, Truly Entertainment, saying how they do the people dirty. They feed them with alcohol, revenge, PRN, the D word, DRUGS. She sent something over there, all of that. She claimed she had hundreds of Bravo celebrities behind her. This is what Bethenny said. But she never name the Bravo celebrities. Never named them. Okay, never named them. She actually tagged people when she originally sent this letter. She tagged the people, and they started untagging themselves. Now all of a sudden, she backpedaling. She put the train in reverse, and she's saying, "I ain't never said I was gonna sue. Who would the media got me messed up?" Well, if the media had you messed up, and this narrative been out there for at the very least 2 months, why did it take you 60 days to clarify that they had you messed up? I'm gonna tell you my thoughts and what I thought happened, but first we're gonna go to this. Let's go to Bethenny page, okay? This ain't coming from Diva. This is what Bethenny said out of her own mouth. Okay, let me go back to the beginning here. Bethenny said, "I've been reflecting on my words, my actions, and my opinions," right? Because let me tell you, hindsight, and I said this before, y'all can go back in the video catalog. Hindsight, she's saying what I said all along. You participated in the shenanigans for years. Now all of a sudden, they dead wrong. But we'll continue because this is her words. I tried to be authentic and share my views on popular topics. Opinions are heavily influenced by the media. So now she's saying that her opinions are heavily influenced by the media. She had no control over it. It's influenced by the media. While I may not agree with everything a public person says, now look at the subliminal messages in here. Okay, this is just Diva talking right now. I interviewed NeNe, but while I may not agree with everything a public person says, I only know them. The media presents. It's our job to err on the side of a human being. I have been critical with the goal of protecting my daughter from false beauty ideals and images. But the responsibility of parenting falls on the parent, not the public. Now, let me tell you the underlying message here. And that letter she sent, she was saying how Bravo just did the kids on the shows dirty, didn't pay them this and that, that and other. Now she backtracking a little bit. You better catch the subliminal messages in this post. But the responsibility of parenting falls on the parent, not the public. She said, conflict and judgment sells reality TV. It's a phenomenon featuring women I have pretended to know with a system designed for judgment and conflict. I didn't know these women at all. This is her. This is Bethenny. This is Bethenny's Instagram. She said, now I've spent time with and understand many of them absent of cameras, publicists, media articles, and shows designed to bring out our worst. I adored many of them long before reality TV and began to strongly dislike many of them. Look at the tongue twisting BS in that sentence right there. In that sentence, I didn't know them. I pretended I knew them, but I knew a lot of them before reality TV. First, I liked them, then I don't like them. This is nonsense. Have they changed? Or is it the toxic environment designed for ratings? Let me tell you this, and this again is my opinion. You could put me in the jungle, and I'm not going to act no more crazier than I would have acted if I wasn't in the jungle. Environment is not going to change me like that. Something within it had to be you. Now, this is her. This is Bethenny. To be successful in reality TV, you must kill or be killed. To not get dirty is to get fired. Someone is winning and someone is losing in this zero-sum game where people like myself get rich. Did you hear her? People like myself get rich, and the less strategic go broke or get canceled. I was good at the game, so what does that say about me? I was broken, desperate, and wanted it so badly. My one-liners and quick wit, crafted and honed from a dysfunctional childhood. You know what's interesting to me? Every time somebody gets busted for something, now all of a sudden they want to blame the dysfunctional childhood. Well, you better Google this, because the psychiatrists out there will tell you that probably 99% of the world came from a dysfunctional childhood. Why? Because there's no perfect parent. But I'll carry on. Often that's others' expense. So she's letting you know the very thing I accused Bravo of, I participated in. I cut people down with my one-liners, my quick wit. I did the same thing to these ladies that I'm accusing Bravo of doing. That's what she's saying right there. often at others' expense, shot me through the ranks of the toxic cesspool. So it was survival of the fittest, the Hunger Games. The median preys on and profits from the emotionally flawed and damaged. People say we signed up for this. She said, I did not know what I signed up for, but I would do it again to not be broke and afraid. So she claims she didn't know what she signed up for. But let's talk about this. She didn't sign up once. She didn't sign up twice. She didn't sign up 3 times. She signed up several times. And guess what she's letting y'all know? Because of the money I made, forget about the morals, forget about the horrible treatment, forget about everything that went bad over there, forget about them being disrespectful to the ladies, all of that. She said, forget about that. She said, I would sign up again. I'll do it again. Rather, if I had a choice between broke and signing up, she said, I would do it again because she did not want to be broke and afraid. Does that justify an environment designed to exploit women? Should it create a society at large glorifying women trashing each other for profit? You signed up for it though. And you did, while you was making your money and becoming rich, you didn't want to buck the system. But let's continue. She said, I wanted to be something and help create this genre, paving the road for those behind me. If you wanted to pave the roads for those behind you, the minute you saw the toxic behavior, you would have started paving the right path for those behind you, not to come in the mess and fall in the cesspool. But we'll continue, right? She said, am I biting the hand that fed me? Perhaps. Now you better go back to another article that I had in my video. She said before, I'm not biting the hand that feeds me because they didn't feed me. But now you backtracking, you backpedaling. Am I biting the hand that fed me? Perhaps. But maybe that hand deserves to be bitten. Oh, now that you already got all your money in the bank? Okay. We have fed the machine ratings, ad dollars, catchphrases, and content. We get filthy and they get filthy rich. Well, you doing another, jumble talk there, the gaslighting. Because just above in this same little thing here, you just said you got rich too. But now you want to humble yourself and act like you're not the one that got part of the beat. Okay, whatever. Let's carry on. A letter about an on-set psychiatrist and a reduction of alcohol consumption is a nice set, but it won't suffice. We peddle our wares and answer provocative polls and negative questions designed to tear each other down, setting a bad example for women and children. I am grateful for the opportunities. Now she's grateful this road has provided, and I intend to make it meaningful. I walked away from this 3 times. This is her words, people. You knew it was toxic, but you came back 3 times. She said, I recognize my part in it. I was in the middle of the swamp. Okay. And she said, I'm sorry to people I have judged and criticized. Let's talk about that right there too. You did the very thing you were accusing the people of. She said, I need to find the line between having a constructive discussion and expressing my opinion. I have not hired lawyers. Y'all hear that? I have not hired lawyers. Y'all hear that? I have not hired lawyers, nor am I suing. Facts misrepresented by the press. I have directed wrong talent and production members to legal representation and I am fighting for a systematic change in a damaged institution. The reality reckoning is true. It's real. And I lead by example and involve for myself and for my daughter. This is not only a reckoning within the industry, but one within myself. Let me say this. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what I told you when that article first came out and everybody threw rocks, stones, and everything at me. They spoke to her. My opinion, they spoke to her. They got to her. Because at the end of the day, the circle she runs and the circle she can get blocked out of, she wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready for those circles. No, Sheila D, the article ain't too long. You got to hear all the facts that are coming out of her mouth, because when somebody shows you who they are, you got to believe them. You gotta believe them. You gotta believe them. And I know some of these
It doesn't fit NeNe's agenda. Go ahead, Diva. Yes, I said it's too long because it doesn't fit NeNe's agenda. Keep spreading the truth, Diva. Keep
come on
going.
now. You gotta spread the truth and shame the devil. And let me tell you, most of these jobs, that's what they do. They're profiting off of you. They're profiting off of you. It's the Hunger Games. And only the fit will survive. And see, so when somebody comes to you, so she missed, just like she wants to say the Bravo's playing these people out, you played them out too. Because their understanding was that your fight was different. You got a lawyer to send over that letter, so you had to hire a lawyer. Like stop with the nonsense. But I'm gonna let the people speak. Warrior, what are your thoughts?
I agree with Sheila D. This article was too long. This was a therapy session. This was not something that we needed to read. You're feeling guilty because you went out on the limb and tried to get these people in trouble, allegedly. And so now that they have pulled your coattail and told you to chill out before we pull all of your endorsements with everybody else. Because here's the thing, when you're messing with corporations like this, they just don't run Bravo. These corporations rock with every other corporation that's in the corporation circle. And you got one time to mess up with one. Because in their head, if you screw me over, you screw my partners over. So let me catch you here before you get to the rest of my partners and you screw them over. Bethenny was getting ready to screw Bravo over, and she realized it because they came and sent her a good old letter from an attorney telling her to cease and desist. That's exactly what happened. In the words of Tiana Taylor, take us out the group chat. We don't need to know all of this. We know you just as jacked up as when you started the Real Housewives to now. Nothing has changed. You talked about, you didn't know these girls, but then you know the girls, and then you felt bad how you treated them, but then you didn't feel bad, and then you would do it again, but then, you regretted everything. Like, this sounds like a guilty individual who feels bad about the things that they did, but still wants to continue to doing the things that they do so that they can continue to make the money that they're making off the backs of other people. But you talking about Bravo being a corporation and making money off of others.
Messy. Robin, your thoughts?
I'd like to start with the positive.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to give credit to Bethenny Frankel for addressing the issues of reality television performers and their conditions. I think that it was unspoken. Those of us who have watched reality TV know a lot of the things that she asserted to be true. So I think it's great that the attention has been placed there. And we learned just this past week that Bravo has started sanctioning some of the participants for their behavior. So that's a good thing. Okay, that's where that ends. But also, by the way, just want to say that at one point, sometime in the last couple of weeks in the chat, I told somebody that Bethenny did not hire attorneys. She didn't pay nobody. If Garagos and the other dude were doing this, it was going to be on contingency. I was right, if she's not lying. Now about poor Bethenny. Poor Bethenny. She is one attention-seeking whore, in my opinion. I think that she really got pumped up after being on Bravo. She liked the attention. She liked the camera. How do we know she likes the camera? Because she lives the camera. I think the only thing we haven't seen her do on camera is bodily functions in El Baño. But we have seen everything from her talking crazy, being in bed, eating food at the hotel, giving away open cosmetics, gonna call the CEO. She does all this craziness. I think it's because I think she needs a friend. And because there is no way, to me, that you can be in the position let me say this, have the economic space and place, and that we know money can't buy you happiness. It ain't buying her nothing. She has did well with her Be Strong. It doesn't seem like she's putting any effort into that except for to address disasters. Bethenny Frankel's biggest issue and problem to me is that she has become addicted to, it used to be fame, now it's infamy, because she's not doing herself any favors. I do think that she's kind of, in a weird way, trying to walk back the criticism that she lobbed about reality television, only because she finds herself isolated. Otherwise, she'd still be beating that drum. But now that drum, sometimes you can hit it so hard that you break the skins, and she don't know how to fix it. So now she's picked up a horn, she's tooting that. And she's just trying to fix it and find a place. I really wish that she would find peace, some happiness. She might need prayer. I don't know. But more than anything, I believe that she just needs a friend. She needs to not only need a friend, she needs to be a friend. And I think that will fulfill her a whole lot more than her turning the cameras on and talking nonsense that she's now walking back.
Dog walking back. Jamie, I agree with you. Bethenny would still be selling muffins in the supermarket. First of all, she would have never got in the supermarket if it wasn't for Bravo. No supermarket allows a random person to come in their supermarket and give samples. They do not, because it's a whole issue with if somebody would have ate something that had a nut or this or that. It's the liability of it all. So she would have never been in a supermarket if it wasn't for Bravo. Not in her product wasn't already in the supermarket. Not okay. And she used Bravo to develop and promote Skinny Girl, which she has made $100 million by selling to Jim Beam. And let me tell you this: everybody in her neighborhood, the realtor, at the golf course, at the local stores, at the hair salon, at the nail salon, everywhere. Like you said, Robin, she was being isolated, right? And then they had to remind her, what I said personally, what they're going to bring up in any lawsuit, and rightfully so, right? They're going to remind these people, you're saying all of this, but let me show you the footage when you called that sister or this, that, and the other. You said we treating the females bad. Look what you called your own fellow castmate. Look what you did. And they got footage after footage after footage after footage. And you're going to say, as a grown person, somebody made you. You're going to say also, as a grown person, you kept coming back and signing up for it. Nah, she told the truth in that article. She wants the money. She got the money, and she don't want to be broke. And if she asks if she can do it over again, now she edited her comment because she wanted to try to clean up about doing it over again. Because people in your right mind, you're going to say, if you know they over there doing people dirty, why would you say you would do it again? The same reason why all of them do it.
Diva, one thing that I think I put in the chat where she said that she was something about being broke and afraid. That she didn't want to be. And I say that she is afraid and she's broke. She's more afraid than she is broke, because she's broke personally, psychologically, and socially, just not economically. But she's definitely afraid because fear is making her run back and try to rewrite her story.
Yeah. Let me get to Leo. She was in second place in Martha Stewart's Apprentice. She was determined. Yeah, she was determined. But see, here's the thing is, you're determined, but you sell your soul to the devil. And then when you make it to the top, you want to act like you wasn't playing with the devil. It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Martha said
you can't sell your soul to the devil. And then now when everybody and you up at the top and you want to try to rewrite history, no, I did it on my own. I did this. And the people, you will always have somebody out there that know your story. Leo, I'm up to you.
I'm wondering who tapped her on her shoulder and said, look here, who told you that the people cared about your opinion? Mm-hmm. It didn't garner her what she thought it was going to garner her. Mm-hmm. I don't think. I don't think that it gave her what she thought it was. It didn't give her what she thought it was supposed to give. Mm-hmm. I'm with Robin on that. I don't believe that Bethenny was ever in the best interest of anybody. Mm-hmm. I think she is a sad person. And I remember this conversation when we had this conversation. I remember you saying, Diva, that she's trying to play us to our face. Mm-hmm. And I also remember thinking that everybody was dragging Candy for not jumping on the bandwagon with her and signing. And I remember saying, this ain't Candy ministry. But what it really must have turned out to be was that she looked behind the curtain and saw that it was the Wiz and that she had her pajamas on. That it really wasn't
That
a real
part.
thing going on.
That part.
That's what I think. She was like, "Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what Bethenny got going on over there, but I'm doing good over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I think that's what happened. I think that she was barking. She looked behind to see if anybody was following her, and very few came.
That part. See, and come on now, Increase Matters. Bethenny told Countess Luann that she was the biggest, you know what, in Macy's window. And come on, they all have said the most wretched stuff to their castmates, and you want to blame this all because they put you in a box and made you act crazy. And when even outside of the show, y'all would do interviews and still act them fool. So what does that say? Right? Somebody said, I don't think that article proves anything. She said she do it again because now she's fully aware of the reality TV and would navigate it differently. But how do you navigate differently that they push in alcohol, DURGS? They're putting you in how do you navigate differently that they're putting you in an environment that's going to pit you against your castmate? And so a lot of times I think what happens was if me and E are here, we chilling, we cool, and then the producer go whisper in E's ear something that I allegedly said about her, whatever the case may be. And now we get on TV, we know the film is rolling, and I say something crazy. Well, he's going to say something crazy back because who's going to get punked on the TV?
No, because I'm going to be like, no, my girl wouldn't do that to me. I'd be texting you so fast your head will spin. See, they
Right,
wouldn't
but
do
you know what the problem is, E? They catch them on film.
But see, they not friends. That's why.
That part. But go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was putting the baby to bed. What I will say is this. I'm standing 10 toes with Leo. And I do think that this article was important to read in its entirety for those who forgot. Because I remember that conversation of why Candy's not jumping on the bandwagon too. And calling her a C00N, and how she sabotaged the cast. And so much information was coming at us. Even I was thinking, well, wait a minute, this does look kind of suspect. But what looks even crazier now is that you, like I said before, you gave your story to Carlos and Bethenny for pennies. And both of them threw you under the bus after the interview. Didn't Carlos say, I told my girl that she should go somewhere else and not be begging by? Didn't Carlos say that?
Yeah.
Now Bethenny is saying, now you gave your story to Bethenny and Bravo is so wrong. And here comes Bethenny a few days later. Oh no, y'all had it mistaken. That's not my story. I'm just interviewing random people. This has nothing to do with me. Listen, somebody done rubbed the genie's lamp from Aladdin and done found some pictures. Somebody done found some magic pictures of Bethenny, allegedly. The same pictures and the allegations that are they're saying about Andy. Oh, there's some allegations about Bethenny too. You're not squeaky clean. How are you hanging around all these dirty people and none of that dirt is getting on you? She says to you all, well, no, if I could do it all over again, knowing what I know now, I would navigate differently. What she's saying is, oh, I would just hide who I really am. I would hide who I really am, and then I would pretend to be the good person. What we saw from Bethenny all these years is who she really is. This woman was rewarded handsomely. She was given a talk show with mediocre ratings, and she got renewed, I think, or she didn't get renewed. But the point is, these people have given this woman everything they didn't give you, NeNe. You were on one of the highest rated Bravo shows, and they went and handed this woman everything that should have been yours. And then you turn around and after the fact, and they say, let me sit down with this woman and give her an exclusive. No, NeNe, since you wanted Candy and the girls to come up, because that was NeNe's ministry. She came out on Instagram and Twitter. Well, no, we were all in negotiations and Candy sabotaged us. And I'm only going this direction because Leo brought it back full circle for me, because I already knew Bethenny was trash. But you say that Candy was trash for not supporting it. But then you run to the same people. You took your business outside of the house and you took it to the same master that didn't have your best interest at heart to begin with. Everybody who NeNe ran to sabotaged her and stabbed her in the back. So what you should have done was what Diva said. I believe someone said earlier, well, I don't think it's the best idea to come on YouTube and just do it if you don't know the business. I would rather go at it alone. I would rather fail on my own.
Come on
And
now.
learn from the school of hard knocks.
Woo!
To go and let somebody use me, abuse me, and profit off of my pain and make a mockery out of my story, because you only get one shot when you're trying to present a lawsuit and get some money from these big organizations. You have one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Make your story count. And when you make it into a spectacle, then you lose credibility. You lessen the amount that you're able to get, and you lose your bargaining power. We didn't see Mariah Huck come out and do all these
You
stories
better talk.
because silence is golden. And when I mentioned the other day that at this big age, NeNe should know better, it's because I'm expecting for NeNe to have some women in her life. Remember, she was doing that girl circle or whatever, that network of women. No woman told you, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut and it's to work your magic behind the scenes. Bethenny ain't nobody's friend. She would stab her own daughter in the back if it meant she could get $1,000 extra dollars. So listen, this is a lesson to everybody. Stop taking your business outside of your house for people who have already shown you who they are. Carlos is not your friend. If he was your friend, he would have put you on another show already. He helped Jocelyn get her show on Zeus, but Zeus is not good enough for NeNe. Listen, NeNe, she want to stay stuck. She can't be helped.
I appreciate you, E. And so Emmanuel said the comment flew by me already. He said maybe Bethenny was had the right message and the wrong messenger. I'll leave that alone because I got so many other people that need to talk. But Aces, go ahead.
I agree with you. I think that Bethenny was on the limb out by herself. I think that she started out and she came out with, wanting to sue NBC Universal. NBC Universal ain't nothing to play with. I think that they said that she had 80 other people, reality stars behind her, and all of a sudden, those people started backpedaling, and she went on. She had NeNe Leakes on her podcast, and she got a reality check. I think that she didn't want to be blacklisted or blackballed, similar to NeNe. She found herself on that limb by herself, and somebody, told her, Andy Cohen, NBC, you don't want to go against NBC by yourself. And with the people, leaving her side, she backtracked. She retracted it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you, Shan. Your thoughts?
I don't have much thoughts because I didn't care about this story because I didn't care about Bethenny. I didn't think it was genuine, right?
Uh-huh.
But I think this is a situation of, I guess, if you can't beat them, join them.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't think so. I think she was doing it for clout.
Mm-hmm.
But then she probably realized it's better to join them than go against them,
Mm-hmm.
But this story made me almost fall asleep because Bethenny, so yeah, I don't really have that much opinion because I didn't follow it, but I don't think it was genuine, and I agree with what you guys are saying.
Thank you, Felicia. Your thoughts?
Well, I find this incredibly interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to speak with intent,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying in my mind, and I hope and I pray that I'm reaching the folks who want to hear my point of view. First, I want to agree with Royer. What I believe Bethenny got was a cease and desist.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is a cease and desist letter serious? Well, they say it's not enforceable. However, this does not mean a cease and desist letter should be ignored. Cease and desist letters can be used as evidence against you if the dispute becomes a lawsuit. The letter demonstrates to the courts that the sender advised you that your actions were unacceptable. I also want to agree with E that this was a one-shot deal on behalf of Ms. Leakes. And I don't know if she's got a round table of people she respects or a very good attorney, but either way, they would have told her it's in her best interest to remain silent and to take it to the court. But most importantly, for the folks who are listening and who have an interest and are going to work every day, Bethenny is that clear, cool chick in the office. The one that greets you. She's so engaging. She's so much fun. She's your best friend. Let's go to lunch. Let's go to the Starbucks. And you just think she's the coolest thing going. What Diva read to us, in my opinion, is what a Bethenny says in HR.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to lunch with Bethenny. And when I say you, I mean NeNe. And you said, hello, girl. Yeah, they all this, and that. And she's right there agreeing with you. I really want some folks who are hearing me to take myself to work right now.
You better talk.
Yes, okay. We hear you.
I'm hearing you, Felicia. That's a great point.
In the office, they know you love that latte. They know you love the shop. When your children have a fundraiser at school, they're the first ones to buy.
Come on now.
Everybody thinks they're fantastic.
Uh-huh.
And here you are, you think the same.
Uh-huh.
And they tell you, yes, I had that same experience with our supervisor. They said so and so and so. I had those same experiences.
Yep.
And then you get a call into HR.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you all the things that they think is not going in their best interest. Did you hear me? Their best interest.
Come on, let's talk to the people.
Why you are not a good fit.
Why
they think you're unhappy here. And the first person you go to, or the first person you calling out, as let's use YouTube language, the op is Diva, because she giving it to you real, because she care about you. She wants you to be successful on the job. She's giving you pointers here and there, and you know it's Diva when you're not expecting it was Bethenny, the clear girl, who not only went in and was contrite, said, yes, I did a couple of things, but you know, it's really not me. I was just trying to, I love this company. I love this firm. I love my job. It was NeNe. Please take what Bethenny shared with you and put it on somebody else in your workplace. And you will find your enemy and learn to be quiet.
Come on now. Come on now. Snake behavior. You snakes in the garden. You
Can the church say amen?
Say amen. You done said a word right there.
Amen.
You better talk to the people, and I hope they're catching it. I kept saying, what's her interest? She loves to hear herself talk. She loves she loves to see her name in lights, Bethenny. And she fooled the people for 2.2 seconds. Where's the union? I heard nothing more about this union from her. And now all of a sudden, you did not hire no lawyers. You did not this. You did not that. You wasn't planning to sue. The nonsense.
And this is how people lose their jobs and don't know who the enemy was. It's the person that's sitting there with you, buying the raffle tickets, buying your Mary Kay, think your car is cool, always complimenting you on how nice you look, telling you, I'm going to help you. They're the ones helping you out the door.
Come on now. How your son doing in school? Yeah. How your son doing in school? How your mom doing?
I'm so sorry to hear she's not feeling well.
Come on, you better talk. You better talk.
And that's who Bethenny is. And then as soon as she got the phone call, which is a letter, she walked it back, and she walked it back publicly. That's why it's so long. They said, no, you put it out in that public space, you're going to take it back in that public space.
We're connecting, Felicia.
Thank you, Dee.
We're connecting. We're connecting. You better drop it down. Come on now. Connect the total connection. Total connection.
She broke it down to the lowest common denominator. Come on, Felicia.
Come on now. You better talk. I hope everybody let that marinate.
And I mean, she spoke it so well. Us in the back row got it.
Come on now. That chick told you everything in that post on her. Who puts a long Instagram post like that? And she ain't taking it down, no deleted or nothing. No. She was told, you want to get kicked out the circle, girl? You're bugging. We let you run a little bit, but now you done went off the edge.
You sat with the black girl.
Oh.
You got to, let's get it clear, folks. You sat with the black girl. And you told the black girl you can identify with the racism, with the mistreatment. Did you really feel that way? No, I didn't. Well, you need to let us know. You need to put it in writing and put it in the public. And you know the kind of person Bethenny is? She'll be the first one to put together your going away party at the restaurant.
Come on, you better talk, Felicia, and get your favorite foods.
Yes, she will.
Your favorite foods and tell you, I'm sorry this happened to you.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And then call and check on you the next day after they done fired you.
Come on, now, you better talk. Y'all catching this lesson? I'm coming to you in my opinion, but let me just say this right here. This is her words. While I may not agree with everything a public person says, I'll leave that right there because that's just connecting with your word, Felicia.
Mm-hmm. He had the respect to call her Lanithia.
That part.
Yes.
Where I may not agree with NeNe Leakes, who I put on my couch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree. Come on. In my opinion, you're up.
No comment, Diva.
All right, got you, boo. Denzel, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know what? I don't see nothing wrong what she said. I'm kidding, Diva. Everybody, I'm kidding. she got some nerve to say all of that, and then she had NeNe Leakes on her couch, and then she want to throw some subliminals like, girl, we not stupid, and now NeNe is not going to trust her now, you know. So Bethenny, she did this for her personal gain. Everybody was saying most people were saying that Bethenny was just doing this for herself. She wasn't really there for NeNe. She was just doing this for her own self. And most of us, we did not forget what she said about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Talking about, oh, they ghetto. Like, come on. And you know what? And I used to like Bethenny, but when I saw that clip when she was talking about when she was disrespecting the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I was like, really, girl? Y'all be acting the same way on the Real Housewives of New York City. So don't disrespect the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't do that. And some people they might believe. Some people believe she's an undercover racist, allegedly, and you know what? She might be. She tried it, and she want to backpedal, and she want to say all of this now. Like, girl, we see you, and we see right through you. We see right through your BS. Excuse my language. We can't be fooled. We are not fooled, Bethenny. You can go somewhere and just go away because you're not fooling us. Diva, she's a mess. She's a hot mess, and that she's just a mess, and that's it, and that's all.
Say she's trash one time for us. I love it to be like
she's trash. Trash.
Listen, let me tell you something. She showed us who she was, but I saw through her. I saw through her. Because if you don't have the real work and the foundation down, where's the union? She didn't mention nothing about that union in there. All she said is, oh, they got a therapist on and they're going to lower the amount of alcohol. No, where's the union? You gave these people hope. Like you cared about them. Like you was going to make changes happen. Where? It's gone. Nothing. And now you 10 toes down. I never said I was going to sue. We're going to move forward and move on. And I didn't hear Candy, because I saw that interview Candy did. She said it, from what I heard, she said if they do a reboot, they do a reboot. But she said, do I think they're going to find a whole new cast that's going to give the fans what they want from Roa? She said, I don't think so. But if that's what they want to do, that's what they're going to do. I personally, do I think they're going to find a whole cast that's going to give us what we want? No, because there's a lot of unfinished Roa business. What they need to do is pull that cast together and handle some unfinished business. And I truly feel like they need to allow the husbands back in the mix for real. Because it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's hear from the husbands too. That was the magic back when there was Greg, Peter, Apollo. And then everybody else came with their boyfriends. And then sometimes some of the men would have to get into it. That's when we had a show. But I'll continue and move on. Bethenny's a mess, and that's it, and that's all. Okay, we got a whole lesson here today, people, about the workplace. Okay, got a whole lesson about the workplace. But anyway, let's continue on. My next story is we went through, let's talk about Tamar. You know why I feel for Tamar? I feel for Tamar because this guy, J.R., even though he claims his intentions was not to really use Tamar, he had it together and had money before this, that, and the other. And you know who would put their business out on the street just for that? Who? Every reality star does it, brother. What are you talking about? He does this whole post, but he put it in his story, so it goes away after a while. But I did a video on it. I read his whole thing. I'll summarize it for y'all. He announced their breakup. If you really cared about Tamar, you would have said, let's do like everybody else does. Let's get somebody to craft up a statement that we both put on our page. But no, you wanted to one-up her. So he announced, he said, he made it very clear. He said, I left Tamar. Paraphrasing a little bit, but that's what that man said. I left Tamar. I need to seek positive energy. And then he said, I was not with Tamar at her mother's house. Why are you telling all the business, dude? He said, I was not with Tamar at her mother's house when she got robbed. Why is that necessary to tell? If you want to tell us you broke up with her, tell us you broke up with her and move on, sir. Let me just share a screen real quick and we're going to go around and talk about Tamar really quickly. I'm wishing Tamar the best. She's doing her concerts and she's another one. I'm wishing her the best because this was the foolery. Okay. So Tamar Braxton's Queen's Court fiance, Jeremy J.R. Robinson, ends engagement to be a better person. Why, as a grown man, you going to get on your knee and ask somebody to marry you if you wasn't ready? Tamar Braxton's fiance announced Monday that he ended their engagement so he could be a better person. Queen's Court contestant Jeremy J.R. Robinson denied cheating on the All the Way Home singer and insisted they will be friends and family for life despite their breakup. Tamar and I are no longer together. I ended the relationship to focus on getting back to positive energy and a better person, he wrote on his Instagram story. What happened and why? That's our private place. Huh? No, I never cheated. No, I wasn't there when she was at her mother's place when her car was burglarized. Okay. That's pictures of them. I fell in love and it did not end how I wanted it. So I want to heal, he wrote. Tamar and I will always be friends and family for life. Thank you for respecting our privacy. She's 46, Tamar Braxton, and Robinson's engagement became public during the Queen's Court finale in March when he popped the question. So it's only September or October. It's October. You popped the question in March. Was you not a good person in a good space when you popped the question? I can't believe I found what I was looking for, she said at the time. The new former couple hit a rocky road shortly thereafter when one of the mothers of Robinson's children accused Braxton of causing nothing but chaos. My son does, I'm sorry about that again. My son does not mean everything to her, and she has not thanked God for me, and truthfully, none of his baby mamas. That was a whole mess too. His baby mamas. That's a whole nother story of in and of itself. I'm gonna leave it there. What about Tamar Royer?
I am at the point of, you got 3 strikes and you out. Michael Jackson said that we got to look at the man in the mirror.
Oh, shoot.
And, we were with Vince, and Vince wasn't the perfect person either, but, they had their relationship and it fell apart. Then she got with the gentleman, David. They were together for a few years on Braxton Family Values. They ended tumultuously in 2020. And now here we are with JR. And now here he is leaving and he talking about he's trying to become a better person. So, at what point do we become to think, well, maybe it ain't everybody else. Maybe it's something that I have inside of me that's bringing this trash to the table.
Yeah.
Because, we only draw what's in us.
That's facts. That's facts.
So,
yeah, that's facts.
First of all, I thought about that. Secondly, I'm thinking about you're a mom. And to have a revolving door of men in and out of this young man's life is problematic.
Oh, good gosh. Okay.
Tamar also talked about, not having a home, and it made me even think about little Vince. I like to call him little Vince because he looked just like Vince to me.
He do look like his daddy.
Think about little Vince, like, well, where is his stability? He doesn't have a consistent home. Because this gentleman told us that Tamar was at her mama's house when all of this happened. So maybe the story of Tamar being homeless is true. Because if she was at Miss Evelyn's house, well, where was your house at, Tamar? It's just a lot going on with Tamar. And, Tamar continues to tell us every time we see her, she's growing. She's not who she used to be. She's a better person. But I'm not seeing the results of the growth or the better person that you were. Maybe the baby mama has something to it where she was saying that Tamar was just bringing chaos and confusion in the household. Because you have to be a strong individual, Diva. We got to remember, this man has 5 kids with 4 different women.
Yeah, he does.
You got to be a strong individual to put up with 5 kids by 4 different women.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
So...
No, ooh, it's a lot. Yeah. Ooh. Robin, what are your thoughts?
Si no tienes nada bueno que decir, no tienes nada.
Oh, okay, does that mean pass? Okay. Leo, what are your thoughts?
I'm trying to not choke down my wine here because Robin just killed me. Okay. I never girl, I never really got attached to this story at all. Okay. Even when I seen it, when I heard it, I invested no emotion in what Tamar and this dude had going on.
Okay.
And I'm very certain that Tamar needs to. This is what I think. I'm so glad that her response to him was she didn't directly get in the dirt with him. Because I'm gonna say like Denzel, that was he's a trash person with a trash response, right? Nobody, people was asking him, but he still should have been quiet. He should have just been quiet.
Yeah.
That would have worked. Just be quiet. And what I really wish for Tamar is to build herself up, go on this tour, stop looking for love, and perhaps it will just find her when she's ready. It will find her. Stop looking like Royer said, introducing these men into, not to say that she introduced every man to her little boy, her little man, but I would really hope that she didn't, and perhaps to create some stability for herself is what she need. Why all her stuff in the car when her car get robbed? Like, what's going on here? All her stuff was in her car. When the people asked her what was stolen, she didn't know. I mean, Tamar has always been a lot. I used to watch Braxton Family Values.
Right.
She's always been a lot to me. And I wish her the best. I hope her tour is successful. I hope she invests her heart and her soul in this tour and stop investing into these men, like E would say. I mean, girl, invest in yourself, in your family, and your little boy, and build something else, for yourself.
No, I agree. Listen, she messy, but I do feel for her. Everybody deserves a chance, but at some point you do got to step back and let yourself heal and wonder why you keep bringing similar energy into your life, right? And just like I say, people can change, but at some point I'm gonna give a little side eye. You got the 5 baby mothers. I don't want to be number 6.
That was, I mean, in my right mind, and sometimes my mind slips me every once in a while too. Right. But dag on 5 kids and 4 baby mothers, and you got to deal with all of that drama. I cannot.
It's too much. It's too much. Aces, go next. Leo, cover me for a minute. I just got to get a package from my door.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, so he was messy, right? The statement that he put out on his Instagram stories, in my opinion, wasn't necessary. I think that he did it to be hurtful. I think that he did go on the Queen's Court for fame. And my heart it goes out to Tamar, because I feel like she's been trying to find herself or find a bid for connection with her family, with her sisters, throughout the Braxton Family Value Show, that I feel like she hasn't been able to be successful in that arena. And she said,
"You mean I'm sorry, Aces. You mean in the singing arena?"
No, she's a great singer.
She's awesome singer.
Her bid for connection with her, with her family, like her and Tracy used to get into it all the time. I feel like her bid for emotional connection with. Remember when they went on Iyanla Vanzant?
I remember.
And her mom got into her. She was like, I'm gonna slap the piss out your mouth. And Miss Evelyn was, like taking her to task. Yeah, she pretty much had a meltdown. She shaved off all her hair. Like, she's had a rough couple of past years. So when JR, wrote on his stories like, oh, I wasn't looking for fame. Yes, you were. Anybody who goes on a reality show is, the fact that he even put that in his stories, he was definitely looking for fame. And, those are just my thoughts. But yeah, my heart goes out to Tamar because she is extremely talented. I love her song Love and War. I hope that her and Drew Sidora, go on tour and are very successful, because Drew's going through a lot too with Ralph. So
right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Aces. Shan, the VIP, you're up.
I think you said it perfectly, my VIP sister Leo. Stop looking for love. I feel like Tamar feels like she probably doesn't get the love she deserves from like her family and I guess her friends and whatnot. And I feel like she's searching to where she's just going to take anybody who shows her attention. And that's very dangerous. That's why she ended up with all these scrubs. But I don't think that she's probably not this horrible person. She's probably just hella desperate and has low self-esteem. So what I want for her is I want her to take a break and just try to find herself more. And I was talking to my good girlfriend, and she said, you know what? Tamar needs to love herself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Any more words of advice, VIP? Okay. All right. All right. Miss Felicia, you're up.
Hey, thank you, Leo. I'm just wondering if this is a trend. You know, you got Jeezy putting out a statement, letting people know it's over. We can't fix it. Now we have JR, he's doing it. Maybe this is what's going to be going on in 2024. These men are going to be coming forward saying that they can't love these people. They got too many issues and they wish them well. So I'm going to keep my eyes open, keep my ears open. It's a little disrespectful, I think, to take your issues public without speaking to your partner. But if that's going to be the trend, everybody be alert.
All right. Well, you know what? I've been listening to you, Felicia, so I'm on alert as well. Okay. All right. Miss E, you are up. Come school the people.
Hey. So, first of all, like Roya said, and this is my go-to. Jeremy had 5 kids by 4 different women. So who made the decision to bring him on a dating show as an eligible bachelor? This is not what I call an eligible bachelor. Blue eyes and white skin. You are a disaster. You know better than Jeezy, and you know better than Nick Cannon. Like Denzel says, trash goes in the trash. And as a divorced single mother, Tamar, why wouldn't you believe the Yelp reviews? Because I'm just looking at this situation from the outside looking in, and it's nothing about a man coming up to me with 5 kids that would make me believe that this is going to be a suitable relationship that will lead towards love and marriage. He's a temporary fix, because if he wasn't a temporary fix, then the 4 women before me would have already been married and he would have not been on the market. This man, because in the on Instagram, I can't remember if it was him or her, both of them alluded to we will always be family. They don't care nothing about family. Neither one of them knows anything about family. What did I just tell you? He left 4 women with 5 different babies along his journey to success. And if he valued family, he wouldn't have all these crazy kids in all these different places. This man has 2 kids under the age of 6 years old. And Tamar really thought these baby mamas would not be an issue. You knew that before you came out and said, oh, I found the love of my life. And what really makes this interesting and why I cannot have sympathy for Tamar in this instance is because she has so much relationship advice for Tony, Trina, Tawana, and Tracy. Tamar dogged her sister's husband out on national television for 6 seasons straight. What did she say? Tony and Tawana, this man ain't got no job, she said. Tracy, rest her soul, her man was cheating. Okay, Tamar didn't have to tell that, and she said that Tracy's man had been arrested. She said Gabe, and rest his soul, he was cheating too. She could not stop bragging about how great Vince was to her and the house and the cars he bought her, but neglected to mention how Vince wasn't paying the IRS, and neglected to mention how Vince was flinging her around when the cameras was off like she was a rag doll. She didn't tell that part. We didn't find that out until Miss E was caught down at the airport by TMZ, and Miss E told us Vince bit Tamar and was wringing her neck. So I say all that to say we know that Tamar is dishonest, and especially when it comes to her romantic and professional affairs. And I say that because they were just in the blogs for something negative. Wasn't that man and Tamar trying to go at Candy and Todd? Let's move forward. Diva said back in March, Tamar said she could not believe she found what she was looking for. Tamar was looking for money. She was looking for money. Tamar sold her soul for a wooden nickel and had the audacity to ask for change back. Forget about it. Love and war, somebody said. Please, Tamar knows nothing about love because Tamar doesn't know what love is. And any man looking at Tamar can see it, because I can see it. It's clear as day as a sister. It's the emotional instability in her eyes with all this makeup, these lashes from here to Timbuktu, being mentally disturbed. Growing up being the youngest of 6, it was Tamar's father and mother's responsibility to instill Braxton family values of pride, dignity, and respect into this daughter. But they tried to package it on WeTV and sell it to us like they were good Christians and the Black Kardashians. This person was failed, and she does not need to be raising Logan full time on her own because she does not have the mental bandwidth to take care of herself, let alone another human being. She's too irresponsible. And I'll say this, and then I'll turn it over to, in my opinion, that man didn't have to say anything, but this is 2023. Are we really shocked when the man comes out and dogs you, especially if we know that he dogged the 4 women before you? You should have already expected that. I'm not shocked. I'm not, because what do we talk about this every day. We expect something more because he got down and proposed her. Sometimes when a man gets down on one knee and proposes to you, it's a booby trap. He's not saying that he really loves you. He's trying to acquire you. He's trying to trap you in. He's trying to lock you in. And he doesn't want you to go anywhere. This is a good look for the moment. He's getting all this press for his business. Doesn't mean that he loves you just because he gets down on one knee. It's a means to an end. And trust me, there have been some men who have proposed to me, and they could really, really, really not want to see me do well. Just because they ask for your hand in marriage, it doesn't mean they love you. It means they want to trap you in, they want to keep you caged away, and they know that this is a pipe dream that's been sold to little girls of the 90s and the 80s, that marriage is the goal. Marriage is not the goal. It's a trap. Tamar keeps falling for this trap again, 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 and again. This is her cross to carry. Stop looking for love in men and look for love inside.
The amount of gems on this line tonight.
Come on now. You better talk.
I love it here.
You better talk. Yeah. Ooh, okay. In my opinion, thank you, Leo.
Oh, okay. So this definitely the story I wanted. Okay, so let me tell you something. First of all, Jeremy is a psychopath, a narcissist at best.
Okay.
This man plays with women, black women at that.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something. The way Holly Robinson Pete had to read this fool, because he sat there and said, they had to beg me to be on here. She said, we ain't beg you. Actually, you was the one that was prepared the most. Okay? So that let me know that right then and there, you playing these actions. You plan to play in her face. You plan the limelight. You got on YouTube with her and made this whole channel for you some more clout. Every time she was live, he was poking his head over into the live to be in the video. You wanted that thing. The only problem is, I need Tamar to learn that her love doesn't fall in a man that sits beside her. But she doesn't know that yet because she was the youngest of the Braxton sisters. So she was still a young little girl when her daddy left the house. So she's always been searching for that daddy to give her that love. I need Tamar to grow up and stop looking for a man to give her the love that she needs and love herself first. Because you can't find love in searching in a man. You only gonna find it in looking in yourself. Now, this man plays you really well, young lady. I'm telling you, get up off your soapbox now, dust yourself off, and start loving yourself.
Come on now. Y'all dropping the gems for the people. Love yourself. Love yourself. And you know what? When you truly love yourself.
And the bad part about it, Diva, is this toxic man brought his ex-fiance that he was engaged to last summer to the birthday party that she threw for him a couple of months ago. I'm telling you, I don't like you. I can't stand you. And I'm going to forever drag you, JR.
Woo! Yeah. When you love yourself, you will not fall for the shenanigans and go for the nonsense. You really do. Denzel, your thoughts?
Ooh, yeah, I got some stuff to say about this. Well, first of all, I will say that can Tamar be overly dramatic? Can she, do too much? Yeah, but you know what? I feel bad for her in this I feel bad for her in this situation right here because first of all, you know that post that he made, it was messy.
Yes, it
It
was.
was it was messy, and then had a nerve to you know tell her business, talk about she was living with her mom, living with her mom, Miss E. It's like why are you telling her business, and then you talking about y'all broke up, but then you saying you want privacy. Like, dude, come on. If you want privacy, don't post stuff on social media. Don't do that. And then another thing that gets under my skin is that I went on some of the blogs on Instagram, like Hollywood Unlocked and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And some people were making comments talking about, well, we don't care. Like, speak for yourself. And and people like that, it's like when they say, well, they don't, because they said they didn't care. It's like, okay, well, evidently some of y'all do, because if y'all didn't care, y'all wouldn't have made a comment about, that post. If they didn't want, if they didn't care, they should have just scrolled up and not make a comment about Tamar, and then they were saying like, well, she should have kept that to herself. Well, actually, she didn't even say that they broke up. Her um her ex did that. He said he broke up with her, and she's just defending herself, and she just wanted to say what she wanted to say. So he I believe he's an opportunist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that Holly Robinson P, I'm glad that she checked him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she checked him about when he was saying that about the Queen's Court. I'm glad she checked him, and he seems like a narcissist, and I do believe that I do believe he's an opportunist, allegedly, and I think he used her. I do believe he used her for fame. And any man, any man that gonna bring their ex around, yeah, that's a wrap.
Sure.
So I wish Tamar well. She's going on tour. I'm praying for her, and I hope everything works out. And I hope she doesn't talk to him ever again, because if she does, that's her business. But I I don't think she should. But if she does, that's her business. But what she needs to understand is that he's messy. He can't be trusted. He's a snake,
Mm-hmm.
and he's an opportunist. And she needs to stop bringing all these men around her son. And I think she needs to just work on herself for a while, and get some healing, and get some therapy. And don't worry about him, because he's no good, and he's trash. And one more thing, Diva, that whatever he's wearing on his head, I don't know, that's his real hair or toupee. He needs to go, you take that toupee off or whatever, because he looked like a fool, and he needs to just go away, and just go. And
Mm-hmm.
I wish Tamar well, Diva. And that's it. That's all. I love you, Diva, and I love y'all.
Love you
Denzel,
back.
say he's pregnant.
Sorry for my
Bye,
time.
Denzel. Have a good night.
Uh,
That was
Denzel, say
good.
he's
You
No,
was
pregnant.
reading
no,
the
I
tea.
said I was saying sorry for my time.
Say
uh,
he trash,
uh.
Denzel.
Wait,
Um.
Juice
Oh yeah,
Radio.
he's trash. He's trash.
You should have
Juice
named this
Radio
live
said Bethany
trash.
can interview J. Maybe Bethany can interview J.R. Listen,
Nah.
let me tell you something. I'm going to leave out the last story on Soulja Boy. I'll just say this. He owed his ex-girlfriend some money. She went to the court. See, that's what you do. Take your fight where it belongs. She went to the courts, okay, told the courts, go over there and get my money. And the court said, we're going to allow stuff to be seized so she can get her money. And also told him, you claiming you broke, but you paying $25K a month to live in that mansion. He said, I think you can downsize and find something for 10K. But they did approve for her to get her money, so he gonna have to pay. Okay, that's why I said this episode is called "I'm Every Woman." So listen, people, I want to thank y'all for being here. We're gonna end it here. Not even gonna talk about Soulja Boy and his ex because hey, she got victory, right?
Teddy Riley caught her well.
Come on now, y'all got a lot of gems on this show tonight, and I want to say, love yourself. Watch who you telling the business at the job. Could watch it. Felicia gave you a whole word. You got everybody else on here dropped a lot of gems for y'all. Love yourself. Get your life together. And I'm sorry, when people have a track record, and yes, people can change, but are you willing? Are you willing to let them change on your time?
Hell no.
That part right there. If he's coming to the building, no, we're good, Southern Belle. Nothing happened. If we come into the building with 4 baby mamas or 5 and 10 kids or 20 kids, I'm good. You're not the one for me. And that's a point blank in the period. Go ahead on, somebody else out there for you, but I'm not it. And if I'm throwing you a whole birthday party, unless me and that chick was cool for whatever reason, and she coming with you to the birthday, no, I ain't doing all that.
She at the party because they still smashing.
That part.
Okay.
Want to get energy, go better himself. You knew who Tamar was way before she knew who you were, because you can't tell me you didn't watch Tamar.
Oh, he was reciting everything she was saying, Diva. He was playing her from the get-go. He knew exactly how to get into her heart because he kept buying her stuff. And he knew that was what she loved. And he just kept on buying her stuff. Let me tell you something. Men like that is toxic in more than one way. Okay, he sat here and talked about how he was raised in New Orleans around black people and he feel comfortable around black people. You made this girl sell her townhouse and move in with you, talking about something we were building a life together. And then you gonna say, oh, she's staying with her mom. Oh.
Well, if he knew that buying her stuff would get to her, she got to stop putting it out there that it's for sale.
Can I say one thing, Diva, about this whole child support thing?
Yes.
Judge Mathis, if you're not married, especially if you are a person, you have a child with someone, especially if you're a woman and you have a man who has means, you need to go to the court and put him on child support. And by the way, men who are out here listening, be happy if she doesn't. Let me tell you why Judge Mathis said so. Judge Mathis says, oh, somebody suddenly is suing you for child support. You come in my court and you say, well, I give her money for Pampers. I buy her clothes. I do all these things. And you know what the judge is going to say? He's going to say those are gifts. Now, I'm going to order child support retroactive. So, lesson to everybody. Let the government in on that. That's what Judge Mathis said.
Boom. There we go. That's it. Listen, guys, I love y'all. I don't want to go into overtime, so I'm trying to cut it off right now. But listen, thanks for being here. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit the like button on the way out. We appreciate y'all. It was a good show with good topics and good information. Be careful who you trust. Tamar, J.R. just wasn't your person, but don't give up. But love yourself first before you go looking again.
Don't give up, but take a break.
There you go. I like that, Shan. Come on now. I like that, Shan. People watch the work, people you want to talk to. Bethenny's proof. I love you guys. Good night. Goodbye. See y'all later. Bye, everybody.
Love you, Diva. Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
You too.
Good night. Bye.